Good morning everybody, it's Denise here from Denise Junk Journals UK. It's so lovely to be back with you. Thank you for joining me this morning. A little bit croaky. I haven't filmed for a few days and I've not been up long this morning. So I am back working on, it is going to be a Saturday Scrappy day. So I'm back working on the scrap box. I have been tidying my room a little bit, so the scrap box is growing. But I've pulled out of it what I want to use today, and all I've pulled out are the pieces that are, well, I'd like to use today. I don't think I'll be using all these up. Pieces that are a little bit firmer, so not the real, you know, thin pages of digitals, you know, journal pages. That's what I was trying to say. I mean, they would be fine, but I'm going to make some pockets, some of my lovely torn pockets, and I want to use you know, the thicker, not quite card, but card like paper. So these are all reasonably thick pieces that I've pulled out of the scrap box. Yes, that full piece of Edith was in there. As you know, I just put things, I don't just put scraps in my scrap box, I put things in that I want to use up, you know, when I'm creating with scraps. So, and I've pulled out here some pages from my digitals that are on the, well, they're on 120. That's a nice piece for backing, isn't it? They're on 120, so they're nice pieces for, you know, they're strong enough, they're sturdy enough. They're not paper. I think it's 120. Could be 160. Yeah, maybe it's 160. It's really, yeah, I think it's 160. It's like very light card. You can bend it like paper, but it's like card. I don't really know why I'm doing this. It's habit, but yeah, sometimes those. Those pieces offend me. Yeah, so I'm just going to go through, oh, I don't, yeah, that's not, I just wanted to use that piece. It's not, that's more like 120. It's a grungy wallpaper piece. I think it might be Artie May's actually. I just thought it would go with some of these, so we'll see. If not, I will just put it back in the scraps. What else have I got with me? So I've got some scrappy clusters which I'm thinking I might put on. Well, I've got all my scrappy clusters. I think I said to you I want to use some of them up so I can create some more. So I might be putting some of these on my Christmassy one there. Shiny. Is it just that one that's Christmas? I think so. Well, it's not Christmas, is it? It's winter, I suppose. Let's leave it in. I'll just leave that pile out there. Yeah, I'd like to use them up on the torn pockets as decoration so that I can have fun making some more. I've got my little ruffles, yeah, book page ruffles stitched. Put a few of those out there. And I've got this little pouch which has got all sorts of, I think mostly Tim Holtz, but not all, little cardboardy bits also for decoration should I want them. And then, yeah, just a few little desk sweepings of a strange collection of things there. So how shall we start? I'm going to take the end off this because it's got all the glue on it. Oh, it's a scrap now, you see. Now that'll make a nice clustery piece. So we just start at the top and work down. I'll start with Edith, seeing as I've done that to her then. So yeah, we'll have that side because it's got more lower down on it. Don't know what kind of size I want them. This is probably going to be a, is that going to be a back or a front? Let me just measure them. Measure that. I mean, am I in inches there? I think so. So it's just over 2 inches by, difficult to measure on this ruler because it's, oh, there's the inches. It starts there, so it wasn't just over 2. It goes 5, 4, 3. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just under 5 inches that way. That's more like it, and it is just 3 inches or just over that way. 3 by 5. Yeah, I think that's going to be good enough for a pocket. So when I say torn pocket, it's the front that I want torn on it. Let's use a bit of this. This is from a kit by Nanine, or one in conjunction with Tanya, I'm not sure which. in it is William Morris. Yeah, just want to, lost my ruler already. That didn't take me long, did it? Might be better if I did it like that, so sort of there, in a bit. Yeah, just to get me some rough sizes going on. Yeah, and I think I'd like some of this showing, so I'm going to start at this corner and rip down there. And that's going to be quite a smallish front on the pocket, but I wanted really all that. Yeah, so I'm looking at that, I'm thinking they might be nice stitched round. So it's a start. It is going to be a small one, this one. Well, I'm just wondering where my ink is. Everything's away. I haven't been crafting, been tidying but not crafting. Yeah, just I felt the need to get tidied up. There was mess everywhere, not just in my room, in my house. I just felt out of control and untidy, and yeah, sometimes it steals your energy when you feel like that. It very much did. It stole my creative energy and my physical energy. Yeah, I've been just feeling a bit off it, so I decided it was time to take a few days off, which I did, and thank you to those of you that said, yeah, good idea. I am feeling better, but I'm still not 100% on my game. Nearly, but not quite. So I'm going to do the same, well, not quite the same, but next week I'm going to take, I usually have Wednesday off, I'm going to have Tuesday and Wednesday off next week, and then, you know, 2 days together makes a big difference. Yeah, I think that'll be nice stitched around, you know, energy wise. Just see if I've got anything that I particularly want to, it's quite a small piece, isn't it? So it might be one of these other, what have we got here? Got a lovely winter rabbit here. Look, he'll be nice amongst the foliage, wouldn't he? Let's have him on there. Yeah, so normally playing with my scraps, you know, really gets me back into it. It's the thing I enjoy most at the moment. Yeah, and it's got plenty of background going on. So I thought what I'll do is, well, it's Saturday, so Saturday and Sunday will be scrap days. And then hopefully Monday I'll be ready for another project, but we'll see what Monday brings. I'm not putting any hard and fast plans in for myself, and then, you know, I don't feel under any pressure. Yeah, when that's stitched around, I'm going to really like that. So let's make a bit of a bigger one. Where shall I put them where I don't lose them? There. Okay, so let's go with this then. So this is from one of Nanine / Tanya's kits, Tanya at Tatty Treasure, Nanina's collage type, and yeah, I'm not even going to try to think which one, because that's just using brain power I haven't got at the moment. Yeah, so I think, oh, I don't want it quite that wide, but I definitely wanted it taller than that. Oops. Yeah, so I am using scraps, but I'm using big pieces of scraps, I guess. So what should we put on the top of that one? No. Something that kind of goes but contrasts. Oh, I think that is, no, don't know what it is. It's a pad. I'm liking the torn edges, so let's go for torn edges. Now you could do this with you know, scrapbooking pads that you've got waiting to be used up. You know, when you get to the end and you've got pages that may or may not be your cup of tea or the thing you would grab for. This would be a really good use for those. Oops. Yeah, you'll probably have noticed I'm not doing Christmas either, crafting wise. I don't know why, I just haven't felt the Christmas vibe for making this year. I thought it would kick in, but it's not really come from anywhere. So again, I'm not going to force it. I might just suddenly feel like it in a week's time, and I might just knock up a couple of journals for presents, last minute presents, I'll see. What I was thinking was, rather than put it all away, having used barely any of my stuff, I might in the new year, not necessarily on camera, but I might, you know, have a mass Christmas making session or two. I could do it in the new year. I suppose you guys are all going to have kit stuff left, you know, paper stuff left too. So rather than put it away as paper, make lots of pieces of ephemera and put them away for next year. Maybe even a journal. You know, wrap them up neatly and safely and label them. Might just do that. Now this has got a nice big piece that I should get a cluster on, or one of these things. We'll try clusters first, just because I'm desperate to make some more. I love making clusters. I can make them quicker than I can. Now that's got a bit of pink lace and it's got pink on there. So what's that one? But it's glittery. That's got a bit of pink paper on it. Right, that's more generic. It will go with lots of things. I could just put, you know, a mushroom on it if I'm doing nature. I could put a bird on it if I'm doing a bird journal. I can just leave it as it is. Just feeling a bit bare here, so let's see if like a specimen label would do the trick. Just a small yeah, I like that. So I'm trying not to think too much about what I'm putting on them. So more fun and less thinking. Give my brain a rest. Could be the time of year, I don't know. There's been a lot going, well, there is a lot going off, isn't there? We've had a lot going off here with the carpets and the decorators, and the carpet is lovely. Really, really pleased with it. It's really brightened the hall up. It smells lovely. It's modern and clean, and yeah, it's beautiful to open the front door onto. Really, really chuffed with the carpet. It was a long job though. It took them a couple of hours, and you know, it's only got a very small hall and then onto my stairs, so it you know, I had the front door open all day as well, and it was freezing. So yeah, I'm just wondering if I want a bit of something up there. Got little labels and things, but I'm not sure. Just thought I'd try a couple and see. They kind of tie it into a season, don't they? So again, the things we can add later. Let's just go for some mass making sort of. So do some of these little strips up then. I mean, these will be ideal for the torn bits on the top, wouldn't they? So no, I'm not feeling that bit. I've got another piece of that. Maybe we could have that as back. Maybe. I'll come back to that. I've got a lot of plain pieces there. This will make a nice front, won't it? It's got plastic on there. Do I need to take it off? I think I do. Am I mumbling? Sorry, I'll try not to. My voice just doesn't feel very strong this morning. Oh, that came off nicely. Yeah, that's just glue on there. It looks shiny, but it's just the glue. I quite like it on a piece of that, actually. Let's tear this rather than just tearing the front piece. Let's have the back piece torn as well. I'll go through all the bits at the end, and I am going to throw some of the really, really scrappy bits. I'm going out after this with Neil and Mum. Tear that a bit more. We're going to the Festival of Trees, which I think I told you about last week. It's like a charity event in a church, and lots of different charities decorate trees and put them up, and you go round and look at them all, and there's all sorts of events going on around it. And there's a Christmas carols, choir singing Christmas carols today, and you know, other activities. So we're going. Mum wasn't sure she wanted to go, so I said I'd ask her on the day, and she has just texted me saying yes, she'd like to, so that's pleased about that. Can we have those in at the bottom? Let's See if I can make it proper torn and grungy. Which side do we want? I'm going to leave that pointy bit. Yeah. I don't, it's too small, but that's it. And I think the inking will make all the difference on this one. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I think what I'll do is, when this is done, I will just leave my desk and leave everything on it. That's going to be nice for a cluster, isn't it? And sort it out when I get back. And I may just make a few clusters from. Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? Yeah. I did a bit of a brain freeze then. Yeah, from the bits that I've torn off, maybe, or some other bits from the scrap box, and sew them all together. I've done it with a lot of my paper scraps, fabric scraps a few days ago. I was watching Bonnie and Clyde. I was looking for something to do with my paper fabric scraps. I have got loads of them, and I mean loads. And yeah, I wanted to do a project with them. My sewing machine was downstairs, so I was sat at the kitchen table. Yeah, and I'd seen something on Bonnie and Clyde where she, Bonnie and Clive is the cat. Yeah, she just cut lots of little strips, and quite like that. We'll see, maybe. Yeah, and she made little clusters, just laid them, made clusters, and then she stitched them through a machine so they're all like attached and on a string. If I had it here, I'd show you it, but I haven't. What does that say? Ideas. Right, maybe that one. Let's have a look. I'm thinking if I can tear the bottom because it's too big. Yeah, and I was thinking I might do that with some clusters, some long clusters, paper clusters. You know, stick them, sew them all together. And keep them on a long thread. It's this lovely little flower. Let's do that. Give it a bit more pink in that corner. Yeah, I like it. Is that 2 clusters I've used? Super. I wasn't sure if it went all the way up, but it does. So let's glue it all the way up for a bit of security. And again, it could have something here, but I'm not going to do it. A label or a word up there. We'll save that for when we use them. Oh, good, that's 3. How long have I been? Oh, not too bad. Right, let's use these because it's something I tried printing on blue card. I don't dislike it, but I didn't like it when I was doing the kit so much. No, it's just one piece. It's from Nanine, but it's 2 different pages. So I'm thinking I can maybe do 2. Oops, that's a right old nibble going on there. Let's use the ruler. This card doesn't want to. Yeah, use it just using the blues. So 2 out of these 2 pieces. Let's see. Kind of. That's it. The tear's better that way, I think. So let's have a biggish one. Let's have that one. That's the back one. There's some of that on it, and then that one is the back one with a bit of that on it. Okay, they were 2 quick ones, weren't they? That's the thing with the kit. You know it goes. It's kind of already torn that top bit. I just want it a bit more of a dip there. Yeah, let's make a bit longer one. Taller, deeper pocket, that's what I meant. So I hope you guys are all well and not suffering under the same kind of, what is it, a bit of a wear out, I guess. Hope you're looking after yourselves physically and mentally. Excited for the holidays. I'm excited, and yeah, looking forward to having everybody here for Christmas lunch. It is oh, it's the football tonight. It's the England match, and we're having the grandson to watch it with his granddad, so oh, I didn't ink that. I can do that. Let's do it on this, because it will only add to it. No. Let's do them both, and then I can decide what I'm going to put on them, because they're kind of a matching pair. They might go in a journal together, or on Etsy together, depending on if I get my finger out with Etsy. It's another thing that's gone on the waist. Which bit was the top? That one. By the wayside at the moment. Not forever though. Not for too much longer, hopefully, but we'll see. Yeah, so that'll be nice to see him. I don't mind watching the England matches. I don't watch a lot. I've watched a bit of the World Cup, but not a lot. But I'll be watching tonight. Maybe have a bit of fussy cutting it on my knee. At the moment I'm battling the cat, who thinks every time I sit down my knee is a good place for him to be, so I'm trying to get him to be a bit more independent, but you know, he's settled in so well, I forget that he's still new really, and he probably needs a bit of I should have done one the other way. He needs a bit of assurance, doesn't he? Okay, let's have a look at, I'm thinking because they're quite dark, is there something here I might like? Oh, now, what about putting something down here that could also be a tuck? That's a good idea. Okay, let's see if I've got anything that goes that way. Can you see? So yeah, these are Tim Holtz bits, and bits of Tim Holtz paper as well, I think. They all want to go the other way. That's a nice blue one. Maybe. And I think these look like they might be the bits that Carol sent me. Gorgeous. Yeah, I'm just enjoying myself having a play with these bits. Right, not all, some stuff here that's not Tim Holtz. Other bits I've added, right. Just wondering about a clustery bit on here. Make this to a cluster. That's cut out of the pad, isn't it? That's quite nice. So what about this one? I'll cut that bit off the top and save it. And yeah, there's another ticket there. One more little bit then. What have we got here? That one, make that a ticket cluster. That's nice, isn't it? Okay, put them back, because if I lose those, it'll take me forever to pick them up. Right, bit of inking. I like this ticket collection. Sorry, I'm being a bit vigorous and knocking the camera. I haven't started my my timer on my phone. I see I've got it all there. Got it all there ready to go. That bit showing. Let's go there. Whoops. But not pressed it. I'm hoping I'm going to do this in one take, because I don't want to be messing about joining films together today, because we're going out. I'm going to go have a nice bath and get it right on that edge. Oh, I've stuck that out, haven't I? It's supposed to be a tuck. Will you come off? You will. I like it there though. Let's make it work. I was just thinking there's probably something in those packets that would make a nice tuck in there, but a nice tag in there. Right, Denise, remember to put it down as a tuck or a pocket. Yeah, a pocket. Yeah, I'm gonna have a nice bath and do my hair, maybe put some makeup on, put a nice dress on. I want something to go in there to make sure it's open. Are you open yet? Yeah, enjoy the day. So I'd rather a quick and easy film happen. And Tim Holtz paper is just so easy to work with. I might just treat myself to a big pad of it in the new year. I think I've got an 8x8 pad, haven't I? Let's dig that out as well and do something with it. I'm thinking I'd like a bit of that off there. Yeah, so I might do a Tim Holtz ephemera make, or maybe before the new year. Oh, I don't know what I was going to say then, it's gone. No, completely gone. It was going to be about what I'm doing and what I'm not doing, but yeah, that's how my brain's working at the moment. I don't know if I was going to say I'm not making hard and fast plans, or don't know. Whatever I was saying, it's gone. Yeah, I think they'll be nice with either some numbers or yeah, something else Tim Holtz across there. How am I doing time wise? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm quite impressed with how many I've got done. Right, I would like to use some of these. Stop morphing over there. These plainer pieces up as well. What have we got here? I like this back side. So, what do I want kind of there? I'm not measuring. I'll just tear it round with this, I think. Back piece, and then I'll properly tear the front. Oops. And let's use some of this pretty paper over here. I'm not sure if that actually goes. Some more Edith. Yeah, let's take that off there. That is kind of already torn, isn't it? Make a small one. Use that. I could make a 3, couldn't I? No, another layer in between, so maybe this will now tie some of this in. Let's have a look. That's it. Which way will we go in? Oh, a little bit short. Is that the right way? Yeah. I'm going to take a bit off this because I really like that, the piece that I've cut out. Yeah, that's better. So I want this piece tall-ish. It'll be quite a thickish. I don't suppose it needs to go to the bottom, does it? No, it doesn't. So which way are you torn? I'll have you that way a little bit. Not too much, because I like that red leaf at the top. It's just appealing to me. I like when you start making something and then the variations just show themselves to you. So we've got the two blue ones with the Tim Holtz tuck on them. They're both a little bit big now. Let's tear it, Denise. A little bit like that. I'm not very good under the ruler. That's it. And this is what I like actually, when I'm tearing with my hands and creating mindlessly, do they call it? I don't know. Mindlessness is supposed to be good for you. Mindfulness is supposed to be good for you. Is it all a load of twiddle? Just doing what makes you happy is good for you. I think that's the key, isn't it? It still didn't take quite enough off there. Not exactly a big fix though, is it? I'm not even sure that I like it in the two different directions, but I'm not messing with it now. I don't know that I'd do a lot of them like that. But again, it might just lend itself. It might suddenly be the perfect piece for something or someone. Yeah, it's not so bad now. It still sticks out a little bit, but I like the raggedy edge. Oops. Go too high up there. I think I prefer Edith Holden in bits like that rather than the whole pages or the whole images. Again, I may well, and that can go on the page and be a fourth one, can't it? Yeah, I may well go through my Edith Holden and yeah, cut it up into smaller pieces. Right, that's a thick piece, but it is just plain, so it can be used for backing or anything. These little pieces, let's get these used up if we can. I mean, these pieces are practically the right. So that's another piece of the one I've just used. And that's a piece going the other way. Let's see if we can get two of them made up quickly-ish. And I will use this side of this one and this side of this one. Let's see if we can do a couple with clusters on again. Use some of those clusters. Right, have I got anything here that I don't quite like that one on there. So it may well be, let's do it too big so I can take a bit off this end. May well just do this as a not much of a ripped, but not much of a dip. Tiny bit, but not a lot. Yeah, that's crying out for a bit of embellishment on there. Oh, got lots of piece of rubbish. Just seen this lovely. No. 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 Don't know what I want on it, but none of those. Maybe a label. I've done that. Was it going that way? It was. It's a nice quick one. Yeah, I think a cluster on the front and maybe a label at the top. So I'll probably have to go through and make some tags tomorrow, won't I? Bit of collaging maybe, and then cut some tags out of them. These are all quite big. That would have been nice on that blue one, wouldn't it? Just wondering if that would make a nice tuck again. Don't cry. It's only lots of scrappy papers. Yeah, I think that will make a nice tuck. Can't remember how far up there that went, so like that. Oh, it won't make a tuck because I've stuck it down. Don't know how I managed that. Didn't think I had, but never mind. It's now an embellishment. Yeah, I like it. I'm thinking a long label across there, but again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm trying to get 10 done. I don't know why. I've just got 10 in my head. No, don't. I think they're going to be clusters I don't like. No. Oh, what about you? Let's just tear it down a bit. We can make a long, thinner one. That wasn't very good. Let's get my scissors on it a little bit. So, have you got plans this week building up to Christmas? I've done a bit of Christmas shopping, I think I told you. I still haven't wrapped them up yet, but that will be the next job for me. And normally I like wrapping Christmas, so I'm waiting until I'm proper in the mood to enjoy it. Might even have a little drink of something, maybe a little Baileys while I wrap them. I'm not supposed to drink now, but I think an odd one, a very occasional odd one, is fine. Yeah, maybe have one this week before I have my blood test on Wednesday. Oh, that's nice. Now I'm liking the floralness of that, and I think it can still be winter florals. It's not bright and neon or vibrant. Now, if I put a cluster on you, you're going to fight with that beautiful paper. So that's not what I want. Cluster isn't what I want. Do I want one of those? A smaller one. Yep, I don't mind that. Let's have a look what we've got here. Have I used anything off here yet at all? Would like to use something. It's a leaf. Got these two little Tim Holtz bits still. Yeah, quite like that. Let's use that little bit up then. That's already been inked. What did I say there? And this is a good way to get stitching onto projects upside down. You know, by putting stitch pieces on them if you haven't got time to go to the sewing machine or the will some days. And again, maybe a word or a label up there. Okay, what do I need? 2 more. What have we got? I really ought to use that last bit of Edith up, didn't we? And maybe these 2 bits that we've ripped up. So let's have a look. On the other side, yeah, they're just gonna, that text is just gonna fit really nice, I think, on there. A couple more clustery pieces, and then again, am I gonna tear it? Yeah, I might as well tear it there, hadn't I, because there's nothing on it. I just love me a torn pocket. My favourite thing. I'm going to just tear a bit of that as well. Not quite that. That's better. I didn't want it pristine. And it's not pristine. Yeah, like that. Now that just inside. And I'm thinking this one might be nice with a fabric cluster on it. A small fabric cluster, maybe one of my, oh yeah, I like that a lot. Maybe one of my button ones, but I'm not sure if I've got one here that I'm thinking a small, perhaps one of those French linen. Yeah, I kind of want cream on cream with a mother of pearl button, so I'll hang on till I've got some of those. What's that? 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. I'm going to get it in, aren't I? No problem. Right, so we said we was going to use this. And what other bits have we got going on here? Oh, this has been kicking around for so long. Might make some nice tags though, might it? No, let's do it. Let's do it in half exactly, and see what we end up with. Yeah, that's not a bad piece now, is it? Do some smaller ones maybe. So there. So what are you going to go on? Piece of that? No, definitely not the right colour. Not got a lot left to choose from. I'll go on there. No, not feeling it. Right, set myself a challenge now. I'm not going to go on any of that, so let me just dig into my... Right, I've got these pages from Gordon Penningfield Butterfly book, and they're just, I don't know if you can even see, they're just his sketches of butterflies and plants. They had the finished pieces in them. These are just the sketches. I took them out originally too. It's upside down. Not sure if you can see it or not. To glue on, and then I thought actually they're quite interesting. Let's just see if I can take just a little bit too neat, and then yeah, I like that written bit there. So let's engineer this one. There. I wanted that bit of writing, didn't I? Let's go there. And there. Well, that's one way of doing it. Yeah, so it's book page, so it's quite strong. It's quite a good thick book. And this one will take a nice cluster, I think. Yeah, I like that. Whoopsie. So we'll make this the last one because I've got my 10. So that's quite good. Managed to complete what I set out to do. And again, is that one calling out for another? Let's have a look at the cluster first. Yeah, I'm thinking perhaps not this side. Maybe. No. I'm aware these will look completely different to you because they always look different on camera. I don't dislike that one either, so let's have a look at those two. Yeah, that's just more of the same. I like the ticket on this one, and I can leave that long bit on and then tear it should I decide to. So it's very quiet out it's not very early this morning, it's about 9:30ish. The street's very, very quiet for a Saturday. I have to say it is it's white over, as in frozen hard, and it has been for 2.5 days at least, not defrosted. my dustbin lid has frozen on and I can't get it off, so when now Neil comes home from work, there's a pile of rubbish waiting for him to to get the bin open somehow. He's now on 7 days off, so yeah, we've got a few projects planned, a few outings, and yeah, a little bit of sorting out around the house. Okay, so I used quite a bit up there, but nowhere near what I got out. I didn't expect to use them all, but thought I might have used more of these, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. Might make some more scrappy pads. I have nearly used them all up with my sending in Etsy sales, so I can always do that with some of them. So I'm loving the Edith ones. Actually, I'm liking them all. Yes, they make quite a nice set as well, don't they? Might have to do some sideways on ones now, I'm thinking. That's a good idea. Wonder if I ought to quickly do one just to remind myself. Okay, I hope you enjoyed seeing those, and yeah, it was lovely to have you back. Thank you for being patient and waiting for me if you've returned, and I'll see you again tomorrow for Scrappy Sunday. So yeah, I might be a bit more lively then. I'll certainly be able to tell you about the lovely carols and the Festival of Trees today. So see you all soon. Bye for now.